Welcome everybody to the No Tilt Worlds broadcast. I'm your host, Full Frontage, and we have some phenomenal games for you guys today. Let's get started. All right, so the first match we have for you guys is going to be Peru versus the Dominican Republic, closing out Group C. We saw an amazing match last night from the United States versus Colombia, where the U.S. came out on top with a 2-0 victory, putting them in contention for the playoffs. United States and Colombia are currently tied at 2-1. They have 2 sets positive apiece. If Peru is able to come out with a 2-0 victory, that would put them in contention for that playoff spot as well, tying them at 2-1 with positive 2 sets. So, and then following things up, we will close the night off and the season off with Group F. It'll be some amazing matches there. We'll start off with Argentina going up against Bolivia, and then wrapping it up with Nicaragua versus El Salvador. Here is the lineup for Peru. You can see on screen we're going to have Relo, Eduardo, Shi, and Mini Minter representing Peru with Rodrigo as the coach. And then on the other side, we will have Diego Slayer, Brian RD, Henry Gamer, and AMRD from the Dominican Republic, led by Diego XX99. So some phenomenal matches. This is Group C. Again, like we were talking about, United States and Colombia currently in that first place spot, and then Peru looking to get a tie with them, but the Dominican Republic will look to knock Peru out of the playoffs. At this point, the Dominican Republic cannot make playoffs, so very interesting match for them, but Peru's life is on the line, so we'll see what's going to end up happening in tonight's games. If you guys are tuning into No Tilt for the first time, the format of these group stages are going to be a 2v2 best of 3. Each team sends out a 2v2. Each team gets to ban a card as well. So it'd be 2v2 with bans, best of 3, then 1v1 best of 3, no bans. And if we are tied 1-1 in sets, we will go to King of the Hill to wrap things up, 3v3, no bans. And yesterday we saw an amazing King of the Hill performance from Diego B. Back against the wall, Mexico versus Venezuela, and Diego B was able to come in clutch, So those King of the Hill situations can get very, very intense, and it really puts you on the edge of your seat. So we're going to be hopping into game number 1 here momentarily for the 2v2, waiting for the teams and players to finalize their decks, get their bans submitted, and we'll see who's going to be coming out from each side here. Hope you guys are excited for an amazing night of Clash Royale. This is the last day of group stages, so we'll see what the playoffs will be looking like later on. So if you guys are stoked for the playoffs, make sure you leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the No Tilt YouTube channel so you guys don't miss any of the world's action. It's going to be absolutely insane. The 16 best teams from around the world will be competing in the playoffs. But we have Peru versus the Dominican Republic. Raylo and Eduardo will be going up against Brian RD and AMRD from the DR. So 2v2 going to be coming up. We'll see the bans and we'll see the bans when the game is ready to go. But this is the 2v2 for tonight. Hope you guys are excited. We saw some phenomenal 2v2 yesterday as well. Canada had a really strong performance. They dropped the first game, but then they were able to bounce back and really take that set and put them in a very good situation to get the victory that was very much needed for them to make the playoffs. So minor bat push to kick things off, and a lot of elixir spent on defense. Look at that, a total of 14 elixir spent on defense against 7 elixir. Battle Healer and Skeletons are going to be able to connect to that tower for a little bit of damage. E-Drag's going to not get a bolt in there. I thought it was going to get one shot off, but it did not. But if you look at the right-hand side of your screen, bans are Giant Skeleton and Tornado. Lumberjack and Battle Healer going to get caught on by the Mega Knight. Golem coming down in the back for Peru. Getting out in front of that Night Witch. Bats are going to do a decent amount of damage. Earthquake coming down onto the Inferno Tower. Oh, the Inferno Tower is actually focused onto a couple of the bats from the Night Witch, so that Golem is going to stay very healthy. Bats have to get zapped away. Musketeer is going to get taken down by the poison. Golem doesn't get a punch, but the death damage is there. And that is going to put that tower below 1,000 HP with just 22 seconds remaining, heading into double elixir. Miner gonna come through there. The freeze coming out. Balloon doesn't get the connection. The snowball came down just in time. Oh my goodness, a beautifully timed snowball. Wow. If you time the snowball just perfectly, it'll stop the bomb from getting dropped onto the tower, and that is exactly what just happened. Oh my goodness, a beautiful snowball right there. Oh, wow. That was nuts. Raised up balloon on the right-hand side. Gonna be able to take the tower down. 3 connections and death damage is all that's needed. Poison on the left-hand side. E-Drag gonna be able to get the connections onto the tower. Log's gonna be rolling through, but the poison's not gonna be able to take away. E-Drag has to get one more shot in there. They do get the connection. And just a 300 HP lead so far. Valkyrie Balloon in the middle. Battle Healer coming down to kite that Valkyrie. Here comes the Balloon, going to get knocked back by the Snowball Magic Archer and Baby Dragon, able to take that down. Battle Healer focused onto that Mega Knight. Going to get taken down right there. Inferno Tower played in the middle. Earthquake going to be coming down. Log not going to be able to finish that off. Freezes all of the defensive units. Dominican Republic had to use a freeze on defense there. Mega Knight getting slammed down, taking care of the Golem. Magic Archer getting a little bit of chip damage here and there onto that King Tower. Log going to be knocking that back. freeze coming in to slow that E-Track. Snowball not able to come down in time. The balloon was able to connect and gets the second shot in. And that is going to be game number 1 in favor of the Dominican Republic. GG's, well played. Phenomenal performance right there from the DR. Still, that snowball that Peru had to just perfectly knock back the balloon was absolutely unbelievable. You can't possibly time it any better than that. If you guys didn't know, when the balloon is zapped, knocked back in any way, when it's about to drop, it actually doesn't drop, and it also resets the bomb's timer. So when it destroys one unit, so if you have it on a building and it drops the bomb and then it just like moves like 1 or 2 tiles over, it has to reload the bomb. If you knock it back perfectly, that bomb reload kicks in and actually forces the balloon to take a much longer load time. So there was absolutely no damage being dealt to that tower on the left hand side. That was a beautiful defense from Peru, but they were still coming up short. The freeze just ended up being way too much. Eduardo did not even play his golem. Had golem in his deck, it was double golem, but could not get that second golem off. The pressure from the DR was way too much for them to handle. So we're going to be hopping into game number 2 here momentarily. So if it was to come down to Peru coming out on top 2-0, then it's going to make things very interesting. So we're seeing the games won from Colombia in the sets. They're +4 games. USA is +3 games, and currently Peru is +1. So right now they're now +2 because they just won that game. So it's going to make things very interesting depending on not only the set results, but also will be coming to the game results if it ends up being a 2-0 victory for Peru. So a very interesting situation here in Group C. We're going to see how things play out. No pun intended with the C there, but you know, happens. Mega Knight Graveyard coming through on the right-hand side. Baby Dragon Bomb Tower to defend against Mega Knight Graveyard's going to be able to build up a ton of damage on the right-hand side, but the Log's going to come through. Tower's now focused back on to the Mega Knight. Skeletons did get a little bit of chip damage here and there. Nightwood shutting down that battle healer. Graveyard coming out on the right hand side. Poison's gonna come in defensively. Still a pretty decent amount of damage on that top right hand side. Battle healer's gonna be able to connect for a few shots. No Dark Prince coming down. There's a bomb tower in the middle to defend as we head into double elixir. Dark Prince connects onto the bomb tower, taking a pretty decent chunk off of that. Mega Knight slamming down on the right hand side. Mega Knight Graveyard push coming in. Both Eduardo and Relo have the Graveyard. Again, Poison doing a pretty solid job cleaning up there, but the Mega Knight was getting splash damage. That was huge. Mega Knight slams down, gets a connection onto the tower. But look at this massive push. Double battle healer. Mega Knight Freeze going to be coming down on the left-hand side. Freeze coming down to defend. Oh, it actually missed the tower. Only the Musketeer and Baby Dragons were frozen. The tower was not. So there was a huge amount of damage being dealt to the Graveyard. Log's gonna come through to knock the Dark Goblin back, but Poison's gonna be coming down. Is the Musketeer gonna be able to get a lock onto the tower? No, Musketeer walks forward just in time. 140 HP remains. Can Dominican Republic come back and close this out? Graveyard is going to lock on. Baby Dragon actually does turn around. Baby Dragon, Dark Goblin going to be rolling through battle. Heal's going to come in. Log Poison is going to do the trick. Just 56 HP remains. Freeze, Poison coming in, and Peru brings it back. GG's, well played. Peru coming back in that second game, making things very, very interesting here. So we're going to have to see what happens. And again, going over the situation. So now Peru was +2 in games, but since they lost that, now they're back to +1. So it's going to be interesting how to play things out. If Peru loses one set, they're mathematically out of the playoffs and not available for contention. But let's take a look at that last game. Peru coming out on top, only playing Graveyard 3 times in comparisons to Dominican Republic's 4 graveyards being spent. And that push was massive. The last counterattack that the Dominican Republic had looked like it could have been it. I thought it was it. They had double battle healer, they had the Mega Knight, they had a Musketeer, they had a Baby Dragon, they had all the units to make the push happen. And then Brian, with an unfortunate misplayed freeze, only freezes one Baby Dragon, only freezes the Musketeer, doesn't get the tower. The Dark Goblin's in the back dishing out damage. Baby Dragon still alive up front, dishing out damage to the Mega Knight and battle healers. And they just didn't have the power to break through the defense with a misplayed freeze. That 4 elixir being spent to not have an effective offensive push was critical, and I think that's what ended up costing the Dominican Republic the game in that last situation there. So very unfortunate for them, but not so unfortunate for Peru as we are heading to game 3. Here we go, Magic Archer going down in the back. Musky Valkyrie coming down on the right-hand side. But a Golem's going to come right out in front of the Magic Archer there. On the left. So Peru. Balloon, Valkyrie. This is going to be a tower down on the right-hand side already. Golem's going to be coming through, getting a lot of damage on the left-hand side. But the Lumberjack's going to be chipping away at that Golem a ton. $967 remains on that top left-hand tower. So solid first push from Dominican Republic. They were able to get the Valkyrie Balloon. And they're just going in for the 3-crown. Freeze is going to be coming down there. The Balloon is going to be able to connect, and that's going to be it. That's it. The DR coming out on top in that final game. A devastating first push leaves them high and dry. And Peru, even with a 2-1 victory, is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. But man, the Dominican Republic came to play. That last push was insane. I think the misplay was the Golem, in Peru, or Dominican Republic was just ready to go. They had the Valkyrie Musketeer started in the back. Peru goes in with the Magic Archer. Golem comes down, and immediately as that Valkyrie crosses the bridge, the Balloon goes in, and Peru had absolutely nothing to defend that Balloon. And they just let it go, and then the damage that they got, that Dominican Republic got onto the King Tower as well, setting them up for a final 3-0 push. As we look at the stats, barely nothing being used from Peru's side. And look what they had to defend against the Balloon. They had Snowball, 2 Baby Dragons, Electro Dragon, Magic Archer, and Poison. That was it. The Night Witch Bats can get taken down from Dominican Republic Zap. They also had Poison. They also had Freeze to help take care of those bats. If bats really got to be a nuisance onto the Balloon, Zap, Freeze, Poison, the bats are gone. Balloon stays healthy. Balloon's got a pretty decent amount of health. Balloon was played twice. All it took was 2 balloon pushes for the Dominican Republic to close it out and take set 1 over Peru. So now we will be jumping into set number 2 momentarily here. It will be the 1 versus 1 set. Dominican Republic looking to take home a win and not finish. I think if they get this set victory, they won't finish last in the group stages. So the Dominican Republic fighting to not finish last right now. If they get the 2-0 over Peru, then that's going to be it. But we do have our 2 Group C playoffs teams secured in Colombia and United States. So big congratulations to those teams. So we'll see how the rest of this match will play out. How are you guys enjoying the No Tilt Worlds up until this point? Let me know your thoughts in chat on the entirety of the season while waiting for the 1v1 sets to start. I personally, from watching this, have been very much enjoying it. The production value has been absolutely phenomenal. The support that Supercell has given to the event has been absolutely phenomenal. It truly has been an enjoyable experience to watch. But for the 1v1 set, it's going to be Mini Minter versus Diego Slayer. So we'll see how the second set's going to play out. Again, Dominican Republic up 2-0 or 1-0 after taking the first 2v2 set. So we'll see 1v1 gameplay. Mini Minter currently 3-2 in 1v1 gameplay. Diego Slayer 0-1. Bar Barrel's going to come in, make sure those goblins don't get any damage. Balance changes are in effect, yes. This is live. Mega Knight's gonna jump onto the bomb tower there. Gets the connection onto the tower on the left hand side. Pretty decent amount of damage there for a Mini Minter to kick things off. Wall breakers, huge connection on the left hand side. Minor Mini P.E.K.K.A going in on the right. Snowball. Oh, Mini P.E.K.K.A is able to connect. The Bar Barrel did not come down in time. Huge misplay right there from Diego Slayer, but the Baby Dragon onto the minions. One minion is going to be able to stay alive here. Miner's going to come through on the left hand side. Doesn't quite get caught up by the goblins. The goblins will shred that miner down. Baby Dragon is going to focus onto the goblins while the tower cleans up the lava pups, and the Baby Dragon still half health, able to get the damage onto the tower. So Diego Slayer not too far behind. Wallbreaker is going to get kited away with the bomb tower. One will connect. Miner's going to go on the backhand side. Lava Hound is going in. Miner going to get a decent amount of chip damage there. 60 seconds left. Mini Minter currently only has the minions to really defend against that Lava Hound and chip it away very fast. But the E-Wiz is going to be used more for control in this situation. Mega Knight Mini P.E.K.K.A going down that right hand lane. Mini Minter has to pressure on the right hand side. You can't let that Lava Hound get too much support, especially on a tower that's already at half health. Wall breakers are able to connect and get a little bit of damage. Minor Goblin's going to be going through on that left hand side. Bomb tower does come down. Snowball going through. Going to be able to knock that Mega Minion back. Mega Minion's going to get kited away by the wall breakers. Minor did get a pretty decent amount of chip damage on the left hand side, but that right hand tower is going to have 625 remaining. We're going to see a Minor push going in on the right hand side with the minions. Is Diego Slayer going to be able to stop this, or is this going to be it? Miner's going to be getting chip damage. Baby Dragon Mega Minion chipping away at the Miner. 401 remains on that right hand tower. to the 501. Mini Minter has a lot of damage on the split lane. Wallbreaker is going to be coming through. Diego doesn't have a bomb tower back in cycle, but the bar barrel is going to be able to take care of that. Miner's going to go through, but the mini P.E.K.K.A on the left-hand side is going to be able to connect and take that left-hand tower down. Mini Minter taking the first game of the 1v1 set. So I see Rich in chat saying, congrats Team USA. Yes, Team USA and Colombia are moving on to the playoffs with the drop of the first set from Peru. Dominican Republic has played very well up until this point. I believe they lost their first games 2-0, if I remember correctly. But they're coming back strong. They're showing that they definitely deserved to be in this competition. And there's definitely no doubt about that. So heading into the match recap, we have Mini Minter again coming out on top over Diego Slayer. Pretty solid matchup for Mini Minter there. It did get a little bit close towards the end. I think the split lane pressure was a lot, but Diego did play that very well. He knew not to panic. He knew exactly how much was enough to defend, because it got really close toward the end there. When you play a deck like a Mega Knight Miner Wallbreakers deck and the split lane pressure really comes in, you have Bomb Tower, Mini P.E.K.K.A and Bar Barrel to really distract that Mega Knight, and then and the Mega Minion from Diego to chip that Mega Knight away. So for that matchup, I think Diego played it very well. He was able to force Mini Minter to create that split damage, and we saw towards the end that Diego Slayer was actually almost able to come out on top, especially when Mini Minter doesn't really have a lot to defend against that Lava Hound. We know he has the minions, we know he has the Electro Wizard and Snowball, but that's about it. So if Diego gets a very valuable poison, which Mini Minter didn't really allow him to do, I think that's why Mini Minter was able to come out on top. Because in that matchup, you cannot give poison value. There was one time when he did give poison value, and when he did that, there was about half the tower gone. It was on that first push. It went from 2534 down to like 1277. So that first push really put the nail in the coffin, or could have put the nail in the coffin there for Mini Minter. But from that point on, he just played it very smart. When a Lava Hound came down, Mini Minter went E-Wiz and then hard pressured the opposite lane, which is exactly what he had to do in that matchup. So we're seeing Cannon Cart coming out here. With the Graveyard, Bomb Tower going to be coming through. I think Diego could potentially be rocking Balloon here. We'll have to see. Typically with the Ice Golem, it is Balloon. Miner's going to get some decent chip damage. Giant Graveyard deck. Yep, Musketeer. So Diego rocking Balloon. Mini Minter with Giant Graveyard. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming down that lane. Left-hand lane. Baby Dragon's going to get some really good splash. Oh, the Mini P.E.K.K.A is able to connect to the Musketeer. Huge connection. Snowball gonna knock that back. Baby Dragon still about half health. Gonna get about, nope, Bomb Tower. I was like, gonna get 2 shots in there, but the Bomb Tower bomb really finished that off. It'd be interesting to see what Mini Minter's last 2 cards are. I believe one of them's Poison. Yep, there's the poison. If he doesn't have another air unit or defense, which I don't think he does because he has the Cannon Cart, I'm gonna say I think Balloon might be pretty solid here. Bar Barrel is gonna come through. Snowball's gonna knock that back. The Barb takes down the Muskie. Balloon is gonna be able to get a connection onto the tower. Huge Balloon connection there. On the right-hand side, 922 remains. Here comes a Giant Graveyard push on the left. Baby Dragon's going to completely ignore that Bomb Tower and just get chip damage on the right-hand side, but that is perfectly fine because the left-hand side is where the main push was happening. Mini Minter does get a pretty decent amount of damage on the left-hand side. Here comes the Mini Peck and Musketeer to defend. Miner's going to go on the backhand side. Is the balloon going to be able to connect? I believe Mini Minter does have the snowball in cycle. He does, but the balloon death damage is going to be able to get through, and a beautiful snowball from Mini Minter was able to knock the balloon back and activate King Tower with the Miner. Cannon Cart's going through on the left-hand side. It doesn't knock it back. The Cannon Cart does lock on. That is going to be a tremendous amount of damage. Graveyard's going to be coming down on the left-hand side, but Diego with the balloon. The balloon got there before the skeletons were able to build up, and that is game for Diego. We are going to a game 3 in set 2. Wow. That was a nail biter. The fact that the balloon was able to just barely get the drop in before the skeletons built up from the graveyard. Man, that was intense. That was ridiculous. GG's from Mini Minter and Diego Slayer. So we're going to be seeing game 3 coming out in the 1v1 set. Let's take a look at the stats from that last game. 3 balloons played, and that's all that was needed. I think Diego got at least one connection from each balloon. Maybe he didn't get it from the second one, but I mean, 3 graveyards played, 3 balloons played, and it was just so close. And what a heartbreaking loss in that second game for Mini Minter. That was absolutely insane. I thought when that Cannon Cart connected that was going to be the game. That Cannon Cart was almost it. Yeah, Peru lost the 2v2 to Balloon, and now they just dropped their second 1v1 game. Mini Minter starting off with the wall breakers, not going to be able to connect right there. Miner's going to go through on the back left-hand side. I think Mini Minter is going back to the Mega Knight. So last card should be, yep, Minions, E-Wiz, Mega Knight, and Snowball. Or was it Snowball? Yeah, I think it was Snowball. Dark Prince going to be able to connect with those wall breakers. Muskie's going to get some decent chip damage on the left-hand side. Snowball coming in. Goblins to kite. Diego. Sparky. Goblin Giant Sparky. Miner's going to be following through. Ooh, this could be a lot of damage. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming up with the wall breakers. One is able to connect. Mini P.E.K.K.A takes the second one down. So pretty solid amount of damage on the left-hand side there. Mini P.E.K.K.A, Snowball came in. That was almost very unfortunate if that Mini P.E.K.K.A got a shot off. Sparky coming down in the back. So the only thing Mini Minter has to reset the Sparky is the E-Wiz. Snowball is going to slow it down, but it's not going to reset it. Bats coming in on the left-hand side. 3 of them end up falling. Goblin Giant does get down. Oh, Sparky's going to be able to connect. Oh, man, if that Sparky was able to aggro on the Mini P.E.K.K.A, it would have got insane amount of splash damage onto the tower. Miner goes in on the backhand side. Here comes the Mega Knight. Mini P.E.K.K.A wall breakers push. Fireball has to come down, able to take down the Mini P.E.K.K.A and the wall breakers. There's the E-Wiz coming in to reset the charge on the Dark Prince. Goblin's going in on the right-hand side. Diego can just kind of afford to take that damage. He plays bats to counter the minions on the right-hand side. Miner's going to come through. Snowball's going to go. Only connect to 3 of the bats. So 2 bats did stay alive there. Zap's going to go in and pretty much take care of those minions. Full health Mega Knight on the left. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming in as well. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get aggroed by the Goblin Giant. Dark Prince getting a decent amount of damage on the right-hand side. Nothing too crazy. Miner's going to go through on that left side of the right-hand tower. Look at the goblins at the front. They're getting a ton of damage. We're in that tower to 1320. Mini P.E.K.K.A now being played on the right-hand side from Diego. Goblin's going to be rolling through there. That Mini P.E.K.K.A is very healthy. Does Diego have anything? He gets the Goblin Giant down in time. Sparky's now going to the opposite lane of the Goblin Giant. We'll see how this is going to play out. Is Diego Slayer going to support the Goblin Giant on the left-hand side, or is he just going to let that Sparky go? He was coming in, and it looks like that Sparky is just going to be left alone. Mega Knight coming in. Mini Minter going for a huge push on the right-hand side. Bats go in. 3 of the bats are going to focus onto the Miner. Going to get a decent amount of chip damage onto that Miner, but the Miner doing what it needs to do and getting just a little chip here and there onto that right-hand side tower. Wall breakers coming through. Fireball being forced onto the wall breakers. A -2 trade for Diego. Miner goes in. Dark Prince not able to connect with it. Bats coming down for the minions. Goblin Giant kiting that Mini P.E.K.K.A, and Sparky's going to blast it down. Mega Knight coming on the left-hand side. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to be coming through as well. Dark Prince going to be able to connect to only one of the wall breakers. The spread on them was too much for the Dark Prince to get all the splash it needed. And now the pressure is on from Diego. Sparky blasts away at that E-Wiz. Snowball coming through. Goblin Giant still very healthy. Wall breakers are going to come down on the right-hand side. Does Diego have anything to stop? The zap's going to come through. It's going to be able to take it. The Sparky takes a tower, and Dominican Republic completes the sweep over Peru, completely knocking them out of playoff contention. GG, well played from the Dominican Republic. I believe with that 2-0 victory, they take 3rd place in the group stage. So that's going to put both Peru and the Dominican Republic at 1 and 2, both at -2 sets, and Peru lost a net of 2 games, so that puts them at -1, but I'm not sure how many games Dominican Republic lost, so we can't really go through the tiebreaker for that just yet. But so from Group C, we'll be seeing all the stats here momentarily. You guys will see the standings in Group C and everything like that. But we will have the US and Colombia moving on to the playoffs from Group C in a phenomenal performance from Peru and Dominican Republic. Hats off to them for coming out and playing. They definitely deserve to be on this stage. Peru, I believe, took down the US. I think that was their loss. Because US beat Dominican Republic and then they beat Colombia last night. So Peru did take down the US, and US is moving on to playoffs. So that just goes to show it's like the 3 games that you play in your group, you have to be consistent. And the same thing with Venezuela. Venezuela in last night's matches, they were up 2-0 on the season. It was almost guaranteed. It was like a 90% chance that they make the playoffs, 100%, especially if they win. But they ended up dropping the game, and with the other victory from Canada, that really put the nail in the coffin for them. But let's take a look at the replay from that last game and how it ended, and what led Diego to becoming victorious in that matchup. So we see the setup happening. Miner minions going on the right hand side. We have Sparky coming down the lane on the left hand side. So Dark Prince not able to connect. Bats go in the middle, able to slowly chip away at the minions. Dark Prince rolls forward, so the minions aren't going to be able to connect to the tower. Beautiful placement on the Goblin Giant, because the Sparky turns to the Mini P.E.K.K.A, connects to it, and because the Goblin Giant was still placed far enough, the Goblin Giant was able to get out in front of the Sparky, keeping it alive. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming through. Musketeer at the river to defend anything that Mini Minter is going to play. A second Goblin Giant is going to be coming through. The Bats and Sparky are able to blast down the Mini P.E.K.K.A on the left hand side. Ewiz not able to get that last shot off onto the Mini P.E.K.K.A, but even then, if it did get the shot off onto the Sparky, a Mini P.E.K.K.A and double Musketeer push was coming in behind that Goblin Giant. So that was pretty much the nail in the coffin on that push. The minor minion push on the right hand side when that Sparky came down was really the last ditch effort Mini Mentor had. There was really nothing else he had to defend against that Sparky, especially with no big spell. Wasn't able to get the Mega Knight down in time. There was just so much elixir being spent on defending and resetting the Sparky, trying to focus on that Sparky. Ewiz came down, Mini P.E.K.K.A came down, nothing really to finish that off. So it was GG, well played. Let's take a look at the game recap right there. So 2-1, 2-1 victory for the Dominican Republic over Peru. And that is how Group C will end. So we'll be seeing the standings here momentarily, fully updated. And you guys will see Colombia and United States on top, moving on to the playoffs with 2-1 victories, or 2-1 game performances in their group. So here are all of the standings. You can see Peru taking down the US in game 1, 2-1, and then Colombia 2-0, 2-0, and then drop that last game against the US 2-0. So Colombia has the first seed in the group because they lost one less game than the US. US won 5 total. Oh, I'm sorry, US is going to be, I think US will actually be on top because US won 5 total and Colombia won 4 total. It might come down to the games played. That might be the tiebreaker if seeding does matter. So, but I think it is first, it's first Colombia and second the US. Colombia did win 4 games where the USA won 3 games positive. So that 1 game differentiation. So they were tied in sets. And I went to that situation. So Colombia is going to be on top. US is going to be in that second place seed, but we have about 20 minutes before the next game gets started. We're going to be finishing the night off with Group F. And to start that, we will have Argentina versus Bolivia. So go to the bathroom, do what you need to do, get some water, get some popcorn, because we have some amazing matches to close off the group stages. So you guys are not going to want to go anywhere. Don't miss it. We'll be right back for Bolivia versus Argentina. All right, guys, welcome back to No Tilt Worlds. We have coming up Argentina versus Bolivia. All right, so we just saw Peru versus the Dominican Republic to close things out in Group C. Dominican Republic did come out on top. And now we will have Bolivia going up against Argentina before we wrap things up in Group F. Argentina is currently sitting at a 2-0 record, where Bolivia is sitting at a 0-2 record. And Nicaragua and El Salvador, which will be playing right after this game, is going to be sitting at a 1-1 record. So either of those teams could make their way into the playoffs, but we have Argentina at 2-0. So even if they do lose to Bolivia, I'm pretty sure it is impossible for them to get knocked out, because either Nicaragua or El Salvador will come out on top. So Argentina is guaranteed their spot in the playoffs. But for Argentina, we have Mattia, Franco, Linz, and Fremcito head under Elke, the coach for Team Queso. And then from Bolivia, we have 007, Rayo, Mao, and Leonardo, led under Han Solo. So solid players here for the first and final matches of Group F for the night. First one of the day, last ones of the season. We'll head into the 2v2 gameplay. If you guys are just tuning in to No Tilt Worlds for the first time, the format is 2v2 best of 3 with bans. We're going to see the lineups here on screen. Linz and Fremcito going up against Rayo and 007. And then set 2 is going to consist of 1v1 best of 3. And if it is still tied, and if it is tied 1-1, then we will head to the King of the Hill. The bans for the 2v2 set are going to be Mega Knight and Tornado. So Inferno Tower coming down to defend against the Hog Rider. Inferno Tower is going to be able to melt this giant skeleton on the right hand side. Hog Rider going to be coming through, but the Magic Archer is going to be able to take that down. Is the Hog going to be able to get a shot? No. Muskie takes it down just in time. Magic Archer gets one chip shot. Hog Rider is going to be able to break its way through one shot. Doesn't get the second shot in there. Dark Goblin actually did a fantastic job taking down that Muskie in the middle. So it looks like Hog Rider decks all around here. All 4 players have Hog Riders. Here comes the Hog Rider on the right-hand side. Bats only allowing the Hog to get one shot. Giant Skeleton storming his way down the right-hand lane. Slowly just chipping away at each other at the bridge. Magic Archer going to be able to line up the Lumberjack and the Mega Minion. Oh, Lumberjack from Argentina came down just in time. Here comes a Hog Rider push on the right-hand side. Giant Skeleton going to cut that Lumberjack backwards. Hog's going to be able to get... No, doesn't get the shot onto the tower. The log knocked it back. Perfect timing from the log. Giant Skeleton coming down on the right-hand side. Here comes the Earthquake. Expecting the Inferno Tower, but a defensive freeze going to be coming down instead. Giant Skeleton Bomb going off at the river. Here comes a Hog on the right-hand side. Lumberjack going to be coming through. One shot. Not able to get a second shot in on the tower. Here comes a Giant Skeleton. Lumberjack push on the right. Poison going down. Musketeer starting up in the back. Here comes a Hog Rider push on the right-hand side. Freeze coming in from Bolivia. Giant Skeleton Bomb going off at the river. Poison going to do a great job of taking care of the Musketeer and that Magic Archer. So far, fairly even on tower health. Giant Skeleton, bats rolling through. Here comes the Hog on the right-hand side. Earthquake going to be coming down. Poison's going to be coming in as well. The freeze to seal the deal, but a defensive freeze going to be coming down from Bolivia. Hog is going to get nowhere near the tower. Beautiful defensive freeze. Here comes a Lumberjack. Earthquake does come in. It's going to be able to connect to the Inferno Tower. Rage going to Hog's gonna get raged. Lumberjack able to cross the river and take down that Dark Goblin. Earthquake's gonna be rolling through. Poison coming in. Log knocking the Hog back. Hog gets one shot, gets the second shot, and Argentina takes game number 1 of the 2 versus 2. GG, well played. They were both rocking very similar decks. It's hard to keep track of 16 cards, but we'll see when the stats come up on screen. But Argentina coming out on top, that final push going through. The push with the Hog Earthquake freeze I thought was going to be it, but Bolivia was forced to play a defensive freeze, and it just made the game last a little bit longer. But that final push where Bolivia did not have the Inferno Tower in cycle, Argentina was just able to power through, get their spells down, freeze, poison, snowball, earthquake, and get the Hog raged up from the Lumberjack and able to swing that tower down to close things out in the first 2 versus 2. So we're waiting for the stats here. Here we go on screen right now. Let's see. Did they have similar decks? They had fairly similar decks. Nothing. It looks like Dark Goblin for Magic Archer. Both had freeze, both had poison. Earthquake. Yeah, fairly similar decks here. It looks like the only difference potentially is that Magic Archer and Dark Goblin. And bats for Mega Minion and Framcito versus Rayu. But other than that, very similar decks. So all 4 players rocking Hog Rider, especially when there's no bomb tower. With no bomb tower, no Mega Knight, Hog Rider can be very effective. And Tornado and Mega Knight being banned, and no bomb towers actually coming out, that pretty much makes Hogs very, very effective in 2v2 gameplay. Also, we saw 4 Giant Skeletons in each deck, but Argentina played more Giant Skeletons, 2 more Giant Skeletons in that situation. There were some clutch death damage bombs from the Giant Skeleton to hold the defense over for Argentina, but here we go, jumping into game number 2 of the 2v2 set. Here we go, Giant Skeleton on the right-hand side. Battle Healer getting started up in the back. Looks like Argentina's sticking with the Hog Riders. Hog is going to be able to get one shot. Battle Healer and Bats taking care of that. Poison chips away at the magic archer. Giant skeleton bomb practically taking down that entire push. Snowball knocking the Hog Rider back. Oh, Snowball coming in from Argentina. Hog's gonna be able to get 2 shots, get the 3rd shot. Isn't gonna get a 4th shot. 4th shot gets in. Graveyard coming down on the right-hand side. Poison is going to be able to take care of that Magic Archer in the back just for safe measures. But a phenomenal push from Argentina to kick things off. Hog Rider was able to get 4 raged up shots on that Crown Tower. Absolutely huge for Argentina. Hog Rider making his push down the right-hand side. It's going to be able to get 1 shot, 2 shots, should be able to get 4 shots if there are no other counters. There is the 4th shot rolling through. Free's going to be coming down with the Graveyard, pushing in Baby Dragon, Battle Healer on that right-hand side. Skeleton's not able to get any damage. Muskie in the back did wonders. Ewa's coming down to distract that Baby Dragon. And, okay. Just 102 remains on that right-hand side tower. Is very spellable. Snowball and Log should do the trick. Graveyard coming down on the right-hand side. Defensive poison coming down from Argentina. Log rolling through, knocking that giant skeleton back. Is Bolivia able to bring this back with 15 seconds remaining? Ewa's going at the bridge, but the bats are going to come down as well. Snowball going to knock that Baby Dragon back. Freeze is going to be coming through. Lumberjack is still up. Poison's going to come down. Earthquake going to be coming through. Can Bolivia take the tower? 3 seconds remaining. Baby Dragon not going to be able to connect, and that is going to be the game. Argentina taking the 2-0 sweep. GG, well played. Argentina showing up, potentially going 3-0. Let me actually take a look at the stats. Is there another 3-0 team? China was 3-0. France was 3-0. Germany was 3-0. And Brazil was 3-0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other teams. Will Argentina be the 5th 5-0 team to wrap things up? That would mean 1, 2, 3... That mean over half of the groups had a 3-0 finish. That'd be impressive. Sorry, I just got a little sidetracked by some fun stats. Stats are fun, in my opinion. Think what you will. But we're going to be waiting for the stats in that final game. Phenomenal performance from Argentina. Again, that first Hog Rider push was what sealed the deal. Lumberjack was able to fall. Hog Rider getting raged up and was able to smack the tower 4 times with that rage. Dished out like 1,000 damage in that one push just because it got raged up. So very, very well played from Argentina in that game. They were able to hold on, play defense, did exactly what they needed to do. Once they had that damage lead, they really just saved the poison for Graveyard, which is all you need to do in that situation. Just have that poison for the Graveyard. Poison is one of the best counters to Graveyard. It's a 4-for-5 trade. It lasts the same amount of time as a Graveyard, and most of the time allows very little damage. Sometimes you get a little RNG against you and you take like 500 damage even with the poison, but sometimes it works out very well and you take like 1 skeleton shot. So kind of depends on RNG is on your side, but a Ram Rider poster is so amazing. Oh yeah, it is. But let's take a look at the replay of how that game ended. So here's the push that I'm talking about. So the Lumberjack goes in, right? Lumberjack gets focused by the Dark Prince and the Baby Dragon and the tower. Snowball comes in, takes care of the bats, but now the Hog Rider's raged up. Snowball comes in from Argentina. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, and with the E-Wiz locking onto the Baby Dragon, that allowed the Hog Rider to get those extra shots in. And then here we go, the Hog Rider getting a few more 1 shot, 2 shots, and gets a 3rd, 4th shot in. So 2 4-shot Hog Rider pushes, and then right here the freeze coming through, but a log Musketeer able to clean the graveyard out. And then these were the final seconds. Freeze activating the King Tower, not needed, but the freeze was not onto the Lumberjack. I think if they froze the Lumberjack, the Muskie was in the back, so I'm a little bit torn here, right? Because if they froze the Lumberjack, does the Muskie take care of the graveyard quick enough? And does the Lumberjack stay in range of the tower, so the Baby Dragon actually would have been able to get splash damage onto the tower? I couldn't see if the Lumberjack was close enough, but that is kind of how I pictured it going. But they ended up freezing the tower, activating King Tower, freezing the Musketeer, and that Lumberjack was alive and able to dish out enough damage to the graveyard, and Baby Dragon just wasn't close enough because Lumberjack was moving a little bit higher up. So to potentially finish things off, we'll have Mattia from Argentina going up against Mao from Bolivia. This is Mattia's first 1v1 appearance in No Tilt Worlds. On the other side, Mao has a 4-3 record in 1v1 gameplay. So both players leaking elixir. Typically this means beatdown, but we're seeing Musketeer and Magic Archer. So if both of these players are waiting, I'm thinking Mao's gonna have P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, and Mattia might have Lava Hound or Mega Knight. No, he's got Royal Hogs. Okay, and then Mattia does have Mega Knight. I think it's this deck that Mini Minter ran in the last series with Peru. I believe this is the same deck. It might have Zap instead of Snowball. Nope, Dark Prince, so it could be Goblin Giant Sparky. We'll have to see. So many possibilities. Yep, Goblin Giant Sparky. In Mao, does he have the Zappies bait version? If he doesn't, I believe the last cards are Fireball, Snowball, and Bats? Or is it Zappies? Ewiz. He's got Ewiz in there. Right, there is a variation with Ewiz. Okay, he's got Mega Knight, so it's a completely different deck than what I thought it was going to be. Mini P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge, going to be able to take down the Musketeer. Here comes a split lane pressure. Dark Prince to defend that Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the left-hand side. Minions and Zap to defend against the Royal Hogs, but the Royal Hogs still going to be able to get some decent chip damage, getting a plus 6% damage in 2 balance updates ago. Makes them a little bit more deadly, getting that chip damage in. Magic Archer not able to get splash damage on that initial lock to the Sparky. He was able to take care of the Sparky. Mini P.E.K.K.A. doing its best. Not able to take care of the Dark Prince. Muskie, I believe, had a lock onto that Ewiz, but ended up shifting its focus. Mega Knight gets blasted away, but the Mega Knight slams down onto the tower and gets a splash shot in. Magic Archer able to get some chip damage. 3 shots, 3 piercing shots onto the tower. That is absolutely crucial. Ewiz coming down to stun the Sparky. Royal Hogs coming in. It is going to be Earthquake. Royal Hogs are able to get 1 connection shot. Does the Dark Prince have the shield? It did have the shield. So this Mega Minion is going to be able to get taken down, but the Dark Magic Archer, chip shot, chip shot. Goblin Giant came down just in time. If it gets 1 chip shot onto the tower, which it does, Earthquake should be able to finish that off. I believe it does 162 at tournament standard. Magic Archer is going to for sure seal the deal. I think Earthquake does 162 at tournament standard. Let me check on that. Loading up Clash right now. If you guys know in chat, let me know, but I'm almost positive it's somewhere around there. Let's see, Earthquake. Is 61. It's 183, not 162. 183. So it was higher than I thought. So 183 is how much it does at tournament standard. But here are the stats from that last game. Mao coming out on top, taking down Mattia with the Gobbet Giant Sparky. Very solid performance. No buildings in either deck. Mattia actually did have Earthquake, but Earthquake wasn't as useful for Mattia in a deck that has a little bit of a faster cycle. Like from Mao, Earthquake is going to do just a little bit more in a quicker cycle deck than a heavier deck against a deck with no buildings. So here we go, jumping into it. Game number 2, Bolivia up 1-0 in 1v1 gameplay. Musketeer in the back. Could potentially be Balloon or Mega Knight Wall Breakers. Looks like Mao is going to have a Graveyard, and there are the Wall Breakers on the right-hand side. So Mattia with Mega Knight and Mao with Graveyard. Cannon Cart not able to get in range of the tower. Goblins going through on the right-hand side. They will be able to get a few stabs in there. Miner gets caught by the bomb tower. Wall breakers. Get a connection, one at least on the left-hand side. Baby Dragon's gonna get a few spits onto the tower. Minions did not come down in time, but I think that was on purpose because the Baby Dragon might have been able to kill the minions. Not killing the minions allowed them to get a decent counter push. Look at the damage they got on that left-hand side. Ice Wizard going to be coming down. Cannon Cart rolling in as well. Zap going through to make sure that Ice Wizard gets finished off. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Wallbreaker push coming through. Bomb tower is in cycle. Mini P.E.K.K.A. does get taken down as we are heading into double elixir. I think Mao's last card's probably Ice Golem Graveyard. We'll have to see. Poison's going to go down onto the Musketeer. Miner minion push on the right hand side. Baby Dragon's going to be coming out. Ends up focusing onto the Miner. Instead, is the Baby Dragon going to be able to take care of the... No, it doesn't. Wasn't able to take down the Miner quick enough, so the minions were able to get some chip shots onto the left, on the right hand side tower. Wallbreaker not able to connect. That Ice Wizard got the hit in. Poison's going to be coming down, going to get value onto the left hand side. Muskie and Goblins get taken down. Mega Knight's going to jump back. Baby Dragon's going to be able to get splash damage onto the tower. Only one shot though. Here comes a Miner mini P.E.K.K.A. push on the left hand side. A giant counter push from Mattia. Tornado's going to pull all of that together, but the Mega Knight's still looking very healthy. Mini P.E.K.K.A. was going straight for the tower. A Cannon Cart forced out from Mao in a good defense. Coming in and just slowly poisoning, chipping away at the Muskie and tower. Wallbreaker's coming through on the right-hand side, going to get kited away by the bomb tower. Ice Wizard gets a chip shot onto the tower. Beautiful chip damage right there. Miner mini P.E.K.K.A. push coming through on the right-hand side. Poison. Not needed at all. Mini P.E.K.K.A gets kited by that cannon cart. Muskie gets one pop shot onto the tower. Mega Knight slamming down on the right hand side. Full health Mega Knight. Wall Breaker's going to be coming through. Wall Breakers are going to be able to connect to the bomb tower. Mega Knight slams down. Double Ice Wizard locking on to that Mega Knight. Baby Dragon going to be able to take care of the minions on the right hand side. Cannon cart Graveyard is not going to be coming in. Just a cannon cart. Barbarrel's going to be rolling through. Was predicting the goblins, but the mini P.E.K.K.A came down instead. Wallbreaker's going to be coming through on the right hand side. Get taken into the bomb tower. Graveyard coming down. Poison. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to be able to defend against the Graveyard. Mattia looking to build up a huge counter push here to close things off. Double Mega Knight. Miner's going to go through on the top hand side. Baby Dragon is going to turn to the Mega Knight. Wall Breakers coming in. Tornado's going to pull everything together. Wall Breakers are going to be able to sneak through. The Barbarrel came down, but the Miner is chipping away, and Mattia coming out with the victory. A 1-0, tying things up, a 1-1. Oh man, phenomenal gameplay from Mattia in that last performance. I mean, the fact that he was able to get 2 Mega Knights onto the arena and pushing through was insane. GG, well played from Mattia, and potentially going to be able to close things out here for Argentina. It is now a 1-1 situation. Argentina did win the 2v2 if you guys are just joining us. They took that 2v2 home, and now it is tied up 1-1. Let's take a look at the stats from that last game. Mega Knight being played 5 times, 2 of them coming in that final 60 seconds, and that was able to create the amount of pressure that he needed to steamroll through and take the victory. Mao did play the Baby Dragon as the minions were coming down, but the Baby Dragon was too close to the Miner and actually ended up focusing onto the Miner, which really allowed the push to happen. NATO came in. Ice Wizard obviously not going to be able to do enough damage to the Wall Breakers. The Barbarrel came in, but the Mega Knight was getting splashed. The Miner was getting the damage that it needed. So that was the final push that sealed the deal in game number 2 for Argentina. We can see just 2 more elixir spent from Argentina's side. And we're going to be going to game 3. If Mattia is able to take this, that is going to be it. Argentina will take the victory and be one of the 5 teams to go 3-0 in group stages. That would be very, very impressive. I don't know. I saw somebody mention it in chat earlier. It's crazy that some of the top tier, the fan favorite teams, some of them were able to go 3-0, but other fan favorite teams in other group stages actually got eliminated, and that's a very good point. It just goes to show that anything can happen in a tournament like this. These players are world-class players. They're the best players in their country, and they're going head-to-head here, and that just goes to show that nothing is fully expected. But again, let's take a look at the last 60 seconds. So Mega Knight goes down on the left-hand side. Here comes the Graveyard push. Mattia gets a Musketeer down, gets the Goblins down. He's going to end up going with a Mini P.E.K.K.A here in just a moment. Mini P.E.K.K.A goes down in the back, and then we see right here minions, and then guess what? The second Mega Knight going down at the bridge. Double pressure with the Mega Knight. Miner goes in. Again, this is where the Baby Dragon gets played too close to the Miner, ends up focusing onto the Miner. Wall Breaker, one's able to connect, second one gets taken down by the Barbarrel, but there was just too much on the right hand side for Mao to handle, and Mattia was able to come out on top in that last push. So that's all it took, was an over aggression on the left hand side, and just the fact that Mattia was able to get down 2 Mega Knights was absolutely game changing. Bomb tower in the middle getting slammed down by 2 Mega Knights. Misplacement on the Baby Dragon, not being able to take care of the minions. Ice Wizard, NATO not being able to take care of the Wall Breakers. Barbarrel came in just a little too late, and one of the Wall Breakers was able to connect. sealed the deal, and we're heading to game 3 in set 2. Mortar is going to be able to lock on and gets a chip shot onto that magic archer. Mortar getting some really good chip shots on the right hand side. Giant skeleton. I don't think that's close enough, but I think the giant skeleton might be able to walk toward the tower here. No, that one skeleton stayed alive. If that one skeleton wasn't alive, the giant skeleton bomb would have gone off onto the tower. E-Wiz versus Ice-Wiz on the right hand side. Fireball taking care of the magic archer. I'm actually not too sure what Mataya's last 3 cards are. Goblin's able to pick up that miner. Cannon cart coming down from Ma. Comes giant skeleton. Royal hogs push. One royal hog is able to sneak away. Gets locked onto by the mortar. Giant skeleton bomb gonna go off here, not gonna be able to connect with that cannon cart, but 2 little piggies sneak through on the right hand side. The thing, I feel like what makes sense is possibly tornado and earthquake, but I'm still not sure what that 3rd card is. Bomb tower, okay. So bomb tower, tornado, earthquake. Although if he has earthquake, he hadn't played it on mortar, so. Which was very interesting when he sent the royal hogs in, unless he just didn't have the elixir for it. Oh, cannon cart. Got some really good value onto that magic archer. Miner's gonna come through. Is earthquake gonna be coming down now? Definitely doesn't have the elixir for it. Royal hogs are gonna be able to chip away, but the mortar gets a chip shot onto the tower. Huge chip shot right there. Mega minion lines up with the magic archer, able to get some chip shots in there. Miner going to lock on. Giant skeleton does come down in front. Mattia not gonna use tornado. Mortar going down. Mortar's going to lock on to the left-hand side tower instead of the right-hand side tower. Now Tornado's going to pull all that together, but the E-Wiz was able to lock on to the Ice Wizard, and we are going to King of the Hill, with Ma taking that victory in the final game of the 1v1 sets. Mattia not able to clutch up for Argentina, but we will be seeing King of the Hill, so you guys get some more Clash Royale action for tonight. Very well played by Mao there. And if Mattia's last card was Earthquake, I'm honestly surprised that he didn't use it as often. He didn't use it against the mortar when it pulled the hogs. He didn't use the NATO to activate that King Tower at that last moment. Yeah, it was Earthquake. He didn't use the NATO to activate King Tower, and he kept playing his magic archer so high up that the cannon cart and E-Wiz were able to just chip away at the magic archer. Wasn't getting the defensive value from the magic archer that he could have. So some unfortunate misplays from Mattia end up leading Mao to victory, and we will be going to King of the Hill to wrap things up. We'll be seeing the lineups here on screen shortly. Might have a replay in the meantime. but a solid performance from Mao in the 1v1 is able to keep Bolivia alive in this final game. So we should be getting a look at either replay or the King of the Hill lineup momentarily. But I hope you guys are enjoying the No Tilt broadcast thus far. We are wrapping things up with Group F. This is the first game, and then we will be seeing the next game between Nicaragua and El Salvador to close the night off. Here is the lineup for King of the Hill. It's going to be Fremcito, Lince, and Franco from Argentina going up against 007, Leonardo, and Mao. Very solid lineups from both teams. Fremcito and Lince and Franco all have a taste at the professional level. We've seen Lince in CRL, we've seen Fremcito in CCS, and we've seen Franco in numerous amounts of community tournaments. So that is going to be the King of the Hill lineup. Again, there are no bans in 1v1, so we will not be seeing any bans for this. The only bans are in the 2 versus 2 sets. So we're going to be kicking things off here momentarily with Argentina versus Bolivia in the final match of group stages for them. And then, like I said, after this match, we will see Nicaragua going up against El Salvador. Let's get into the gameplay. Fremcito versus 007. Night Witch onto the Goblin Barrel. Goblin's only able to get 1 chip shot in there. So Fremcito rocking a log of bait. 007 potentially Golem. I have seen Golem Fireball. It is a thing. I don't think it's Golem Fireball, but I have seen it. A battle healer, so I'm thinking E-Golem. Fremcito with the Prince. Rascal's going down in the back. E-Drag coming out. It's definitely E-Golem. There is the E-Golem, yeah. Rocket going down. Oh, beautiful Rocket. Fireball getting some really solid value there as well, but Fremcito able to get that elixir back. Prince is right at the bridge. Goblin Barrel is going to be going in. 007 doesn't have log or anything. Battle Healer was actually focused onto the Princess, and the tower was focused onto the Goblins instead. Dark Goblin locks onto the Baby Dragon. So Fremcito with a solid lead. Prince gonna get stunned up by that E-Drag. E-Golem coming in. Log gonna knock that back. Rocket coming out onto the Elixir Golemites, and then the Blobs coming in will get taken care of by the Princess. Goblin Barrel going in on the left-hand side. Tower is focused onto the Boy Rascal. Look at the Goblins getting a ton of damage. It's going to be a tower down on the left-hand side. Sparky going to get obliterated on the right. And this is looking like it will be GG. Tornado pulling everything together. Baby Dragon focused onto the Rascals. Blob's getting a decent amount of damage. This actually could be a tower down, and it is. But I think Fremcito has way too much of a lead. Goblin Barrel going in. Prince, Goblin Gang. Goblins are able to get damage. Prince gets the connection onto the tower. A rocket will seal the deal. Or a log. That works too. Fremcito taking game number 1 of King of the Hill. GG, well played. Fremcito has been playing phenomenally at the semi-professional level this year. So no surprise that he is able to come out on top in that matchup. Played that super well, was able to control the match from start to finish. Nothing really to combat log bait in that Elixir Golem Sparky deck. That is a deck we haven't seen in quite some time. It has a very low usage rate, especially in competitive play, and I kind of think we saw why. The value that the rocket can provide on all of the supporting units, especially when they're clumped up like that, it makes things very difficult to kind of push through when you're going up against a deck like log bait. But here we go, jumping into game number 2. Framcito going up against Leonardo. Hog Rider coming in on the left-hand side. Bat's able to clean up the Hunter and will be able to get some chip damage. Elixir Golem on the right. Earthquake coming in onto that firecracker once again. Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets a shot off on the tower. The bats were not enough to stop it. Hunter down in the back left. Ice Golem coming out. Is Framcito going to go in with the Hog Rider? Earthquake coming down yet again. Leonardo continuously earthquaking that firecracker. I think he knows that there's nothing else in the deck that Framcito's running to use the earthquake on. So he's just consistently using it on the firecracker so that when it crosses the bridge, it doesn't get a shot off on tower and slowly just chip away. Here come the Royal Hogs on the left-hand side firecracker. Gonna come down. The Skeletons and Log gonna be able to clean those up. Hog is only getting 2 shots on that left-hand side. Wow. Hog Rider gonna be coming in, gonna get shut down by the Hunter. Still gets 1 shot. Royal Piggies coming in yet again. Earthquake going down on that right-hand side. Hog Rider, or Royal Hogs, excuse me, gonna be able to get 1 shot. Magic Archer getting some chip damage on the left-hand side. Here comes a Mini P.E.K.K.A. to defend against the Hog Rider. Hog Rider's still going to be able to get 1 shot. No, it doesn't. Double Firecracker. Oh, but the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the right-hand side gets 2 shots. Absolutely clutch from the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Leonardo was just so focused on that left-hand side that the Mini P.E.K.K.A. was sneaking through. Log knocks that back, but the Hog still able to break through. 151, and Earthquake will seal the deal, but he has to defend this left-hand lane. Earthquake's going to be coming in. Here come the Skeletons. They get taken down from the Earthquake. Bats are going to be going in, but here's the Earthquake on the right-hand side, and Framcito takes it, and he is up 2-0 in King of the Hill. GG's. Wow, what a performance from Framcito thus far. He's playing absolutely out of his mind. Clutching up 2v2, 2-0, and then now moving in on 1 versus 1. Was it 2-0? Should have written that down. Chat, you guys will know. But Framcito was in the 2v2 that Argentina did win, but so Framcito's on fire. Regardless of if he dropped 1 game in the 2v2, he's either 4-0 or 4-1 right now, and he's still feeling good. He has 1 more opponent standing between him and Argentina, going 3-0 in group stages, becoming the 5th performance from Framcito tonight, and he is going to be going up against all of Bolivia. He has 1 more player standing in his way, and it is going to be Mao, who just came off of a 1v1 set victory over Mattia. Fireball coming in from Mao. With the cannon cart, very interesting. Ram Rider, cannon cart. Fremcito definitely has graveyard, no doubt. Goblins going down in the back. Knight coming down in front. 40 seconds remaining till double elixir, but Fremcito does have a lot of elixir. He can pull the trigger, and he does. Cannon cart's going to go down in the back. Ice Wizard is actually focused onto that hunter, so the bats will be able to take that down. Bats are going to stroll back on to finish off that graveyard. Oh, man. Full health cannon cart coming in with the Ram Rider. Bomb tower coming down right there. And completely stops that push. Ram Rider not able to break through. Cannon cart not able to break through. Here we go. Double elixir has kicked in. Fireball is going to go down onto that. Not able to clip the Knight on the right hand side. But Log from Mao can finish off that Ice Wizard. So no defensive control or offensive control from Fremcito. Poison's going to be coming down there. Slowly chip away at the cannon cart. Is it going to be able to take it down before it gets across the bridge? And it does. A little bit of help from the baby dragon. Graveyard going to be coming down on the right-hand side. Hunter in the back. Ram Rider's going to keep that baby dragon at the bridge. Ram Rider gets a charged connection on the right-hand side. Log going to be rolling through. Poison coming down. Fremcito not going to be pulling the trigger here. Mao thought he was in the cannon cart. Ended up coming down to try to defend against the graveyard. We'll see a Ram Rider coming down here. No, Mao's just going to try to build up at the bridge and break through. Cannon cart not able to lock onto the tower. Bomb tower played just in time. Cannon cart getting played yet again. Here comes a graveyard push on the right hand side as the Knight is going to cross the bridge. Tower is now focused onto the Knight. Ram Rider and Goblins will do a great job defending against the graveyard. Skeletons from not able to get a ton of damage. Bomb tower comes through right at the bridge to stop that Ram Rider. Log slowly chipping away. Poison being played at the river. Tornado is going to pull all that together, but the Ram Rider might be able to break through. Knight gets a shot, but the Ram Rider still connects. Huge connection from Mao before we head into triple elixir. Log rolling in. Mao just needs to play defense. Here comes a graveyard push on the right hand side. Goblins are going to be able to come down. Poison high up. Skeletons able to slowly chip away at the goblin. Skeletons still getting a little bit of chip damage here and there. The poison doing most of the work. Bomb tower does stop the Ram Rider at the bridge. Cannon cart's going to come in. Knight slamming down. Fireball. Cannon cart was able to connect to the Ice Wizard. We're going to see a graveyard push yet again. Can Mao stop this? Bats at the river to help this Ram Rider bust through, but the bomb tower stops it in its place. Half health baby dragon coming in. Cannon cart in the back. Ice Golem does get down in time, and this is a 39 damage difference. Log going to be coming in. Here comes a fireball on to the tower and the Ice Wizard. A log fireball will end the game. Can Mao defend this graveyard? Fremcito is going to be rolling through with the poison. Bomb tower at the bridge. Fremcito is going to be going all in here. Here comes the log. Fireball is going to be going through, and that is going to be GG. A $1.58 remaining. That means 100, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. I just realized I used like a slang term right there. A $1.58 is 158. So Little fun fact for you guys. But I mean, wow, what a phenomenal game. That might be one of the best games we've seen tonight. I'll say it. That was pretty even. They were neck and neck pretty much the entire game. And wow, absolutely insane. Yes, I am full frontage. If you guys would like to, if you guys are enjoying the cast. If not, then I don't know. You're stuck with me. Sorry. But Mao coming out, taking down Framcito, who is on an absolute tear. And now he's going to be going up against Lince from Argentina. Argentina trying to become the 5th team to go 3-0 across group stages. So we'll see if they're going to be able to pull it out. What do you guys think? Are you guys rooting for Argentina, or do you think Bolivia will make a comeback and close it out? Let me know your guys' thoughts in chat. Here we go. Game number 4 of King of the Hill. See, so Goblin Cage and Cannon Cart. Oh, look at the Magic Archer getting beautiful chip damage onto the tower. Cannon Cart barely had any health. Lince had to spend extra elixir on the skeletons. A Golem coming out. Battle Ram Bandit on the right-hand side. I think this is going to have to be a tower down for Lince. Barb's getting a ton of damage, and the Ewiz ignores the last barb, so this is going to be a tower down on the right-hand side. We'll see if Mao is going to be able to defend this. Ewiz is going to be able to lock onto the tower. Kanakar going to lock in as well, and it looks like this is going to be a tower trade. Kanakar slowly chipping away at each other. Goblin Cage going down in the middle. So Cannon Cart bridge spam from Mao. Oh, if that Magic Archer was placed a little bit closer, that would have been some good chip damage on the left-hand side. Let's say leaking a little bit of elixir. Golem going through. Very interesting that Lince is going straight for the King Tower. Cannon Cart's going to be coming down. It's going to lock onto the Cannon Cart. Defensively, Cage coming out to distract the Bandit. Cannon Carts will trade right there, and just a little bit of damage done to the King Tower, just under half. Poison's going to roll through and chip away at that Magic Archer. Bandit's going down on the right-hand side. Battle Ram kiting the Mega Minion. Golem half health, looking to just pound away at the King Tower. Magic Archer coming down in the back. Death damage going through, and now Mao's King Tower is below half health. Poison going down, is able to chip away at that Magic Archer. Battle Ram Ice Golem on the left-hand side. Ewa's coming in, not able to get the lock onto the Battle Ram. Oh, but the second shot gets off in time. Fireball Zap from Mao was not in time, but the Barbarians getting a lot of damage on the left-hand side. Is Lince going to go in with the Golem right at the river? He is. It's going to be able to distract the minions as well. Can Lince get a Mega Minion down and kite that? Here comes a Cannon Cart. Battle Ram on the left. Ewiz is going to retarget that. Skeletons are going to be coming down. Fireball's going to go through. Snowball knocking the Barbarian. Zap's going to come down. And Lince is going to be able to take it with the push. And Argentina becomes the 5th team to go 3-0 in the group stage. GG, well played. Lindsay did exactly what he needed to do. As soon as the pressure was onto the King Tower, he dropped the battle ram. He dropped the cannon cart right in the middle, but it was not enough. Lindsay had the Electro Wizard to respond, and then he was able to get in with the skeleton to distract the cannon cart a little bit longer, and then also get the snowball to knock the barbarians away and actually knock one of the barbs into the skeleton's range. So Lindsay clutching it up for Argentina after his teammate Fremcito takes down 2 of the players from Bolivia. So it'll be Argentina coming out on top with a 2-1 victory, and again becoming the 5th team to go 3-0 in group stages overall. The other teams, if you guys are curious, are China, Germany, Brazil, and France. So those are the other teams that went 3-0, and we'll take a look at all of the matches from Group F. We're going to be seeing El Salvador and Nicaragua coming up in just a few minutes, but you see Argentina going 3-0, wrapping things up nicely. So the winner of Nicaragua and El Salvador will join Argentina from Group F in going to the NTWorlds playoffs. So you guys are not going to want to miss that next match. It will decide the last team to join the NTWorlds playoffs. And then there will be a drawing phase later on to decide the bracket for the playoffs. So if you guys have been enjoying NTWorlds thus far, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the stream. And turn on notifications so you guys don't miss any of these intense matches. But we're going to take a quick break, grab some water, head to the bathroom, do what you need to do. We'll be back in just about 4 minutes. Welcome back to No Tilt Worlds. We have the final matchup of group stages coming up with Nicaragua versus El Salvador. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Let's go. We have seen some phenomenal matches today. We had the Dominican Republic take down Peru to wrap things up in Group C. And then we just saw Argentina take down Bolivia. Argentina becoming the 5th team in group stages to go 3-0. So very solid performance from Argentina to kick off No Tilt Worlds. And now we have El Salvador going up against Nicaragua, and the winner of this game will join Argentina from Group F and moving forward to the playoffs. So a very, very solid match coming up. We will determine our last team to make playoffs, and then we'll have the group and we'll have the draw stage coming up momentarily. So Nicaragua versus El Salvador. If you guys are just tuning into No Tilt Worlds for the first time, it is 2v2, 1 versus 1, and if we are still tied, then it will go to King of the Hill. But let's take a look at Nicaragua's lineup. We have Moy, Sergio Termino, Tommy, and I ended up missing that last player, but we have Rigo, BMX, Kyle X, and Polito from El Salvador, led by Luffy 04. So phenomenal teams coming up. It was Dr. Castillo. So Dr. Castillo is the final player for Nicaragua. We're going to be hopping into 2v2 momentarily. The 2v2 matches are played with bans, so it'll be a best of 3 with bans. Typically, we see Tornado always being banned, so that's my prediction. And then it's either going to be Giant Skeleton or Mega Knight. I feel like those are the 2 second most common bans inside of 2v2 gameplay. And then for 1v1s, there are no bans, so it'll be 2 versus 2 best of 3. Then we'll hop into the 1v1s, which will be played in a best of 3. And then if it's still tied at 1 apiece, or if it's tied at 1 apiece, then we'll jump to the King of the Hill. But to kick things off, we have Moy and Sergio going up against Polito and Kyle X. So we'll be seeing the bans momentarily as we get the gameplay started. Who are you guys rooting for in chat? Let me know. Do you guys want to see Nicaragua make the playoffs, or do you want to see El Salvador? Here we go. First game of 2 versus 2, and actually both teams banned Giant Skeleton. Wow. So that means Tornado is going to be available. This is a first. Golem coming down at the bridge is going to make things very interesting. Baby Dragon going to be coming out. Poison going straight onto the Night Witch. Golem's going to get 1 punch and the death damage falling through. Valkyrie barely has a sliver of HP. Hound's going to explode. Baby Dragon's going to get the splash damage onto it. Night Witch getting started in the back. Look at the damage the Golem was able to get on the left-hand side. A second Golem coming out here for Nicaragua. Cannon Cart slowly going to chip away. Mega Knight slamming down. Golem getting so much damage on that left-hand side. E-Drag going to be able to de-wheel this Cannon Cart. I'm wondering if El Salvador has Graveyard. Lava Hound Graveyard was something we did see a few minutes ago. It could be risky with no Tornado ban though, because the King Tower is a lot closer. So we'll have to see. Snowball coming through, resetting the target of the Inferno Dragon. Going to allow that Golem to get onto the tower. Poison arrows coming in. Oh, the arrows activate King Tower. I'm not sure. I don't think that was on purpose. That might have been a misclick. So the King Tower is now activated. Miner slowly going to get some chip damage. Magic Archer takes down. Poison going to be rolling through. Does El Salvador have enough elixir to spell cycle the left-hand tower out? I don't believe so. E-Drag going down, heading to Valkyrie at the river, and it looks like that is going to be it. Nicaragua taking the first game. GG, well played. I'm curious, like, they had Lava Hound, they had Cannon Cart, but did they want to just rely on the Lava Hound splash damage? I mean, we have seen Lava Hound and Graveyard before, but I don't think El Salvador had Graveyard in that deck. We'll have to see when the stats come up on screen, but nonetheless, a solid performance from Nicaragua to start. Both players rocking golem, able to push through and slam hard right away. First push, they get a golem in, they get it to connect the tower, they get the damage that is needed. First push, get about 600, second push, get about 700, and then that third push, they got a lot and was able to take the tower down. So a ton of damage from consistent golem pushes. That is exactly how you play it. In the situation, we did see a situation earlier when golem came down early on and a balloon Valkyrie push ended up coming on the right hand side, and they had nothing to defend against the balloon. But I think Nicaragua's deck selection was a little bit better in case there was a balloon present, which there was not. It was only lava hounds and miners that really came out there, and it looks like we're not going to be seeing any stats. We're going to we're going to jump straight into game number 2. Tripping over my words here. Jeez. Giant pounding away on the right hand side. Looks like the Prince is going to be able to connect, and this is exactly the situation that we're just talking about, but it was balloon, and this time a giant Prince push coming through. Muskie's going to be able to lock onto the King Tower. Look at the damage being done to the King Tower. Oh my goodness. 1696. Another golem push from El Salvador, and Nicaragua will get a 3-crown victory. Giant going in the middle. Prince able to connect with the battle healer. Prince is still alive. Baby Dragon slowly trying to chip away, but a few more chip shots on that left-hand side tower. Great Skeletons cutting away that Lumberjack. Lumberjack is not going to be able to take the tower down. That Snowball just finished it off, making El Salvador work for that last tower. Or for that first tower, I should say. Poison going on to the Night Witch and Magic Archer. E-Drag going down on the back right hand corner. Nicaragua looking very strong. 60 seconds remaining. We should see a golem coming in. Takes 45 seconds for a successful golem push. We'll see if that's going to be able to happen here. Double Prince coming down on the right hand side. Snowball knocking the Lumberjack and Baby Dragon forward, not able to connect with the second Baby Dragon. We're going to see what happens here on the right hand side. Double Baby Dragon, Magic Archer coming through. There's a poison on the left hand side to take that tower down. Tornado pulling the princes together. There it is. The left hand tower has fallen. Are they going to go with a pocket golem? Looks like they're going to be a little patient. Baby Dragon going down in the back. Poison coming down, going to slowly chip away. It looks like Nicaragua actually might be going for Spell Cycle and defending, especially if El Salvador is just going to be able to, or just going to continuously cycle in the back. Here comes a Graveyard. The Rage coming down. Log going to be coming through. Poison's going to go in. Look at the Skeletons on the left-hand side building up and getting a decent amount of damage. Earthquake's going to be rolling through. Here comes a Baby Dragon crossing the river. Full health Battle Healer as well. Prince down onto the Magic Archer in the back. Poison, Earthquake, Arrow, Snowball might actually be enough to end this game. The Giant's going to go down. Here comes a Night Witch and Battle Healer up front. Arrow's going to be going in. There is the Poison. Earthquake, Snowball to follow will seal the deal. Mega Minion just going to be coming in to defend for safe measure. Giant in the middle. There's the Graveyard. Snowball going to come through. Skeletons close it out, and Nicaragua with a 2-0 victory in 2 versus 2. Very well played from them. I was very shocked to see a double giant skeleton ban. No team banning tornado. I mean, we always see a tornado ban, so it's very surprising that one of the teams chose, unless they were like, okay, the other team's gonna ban tornado, let's just ban giant skeleton, and then they both ended up banning giant skeleton. So very interesting turn of events there, making tornado available for that 2v2, and it surprisingly wasn't that critical in that situation. But we're going to be jumping right into 1v1 games here momentarily. Here are the players for the 1 versus 1 set. We're going to see Tommy from Nicaragua and Rigo from El Salvador. If Tommy is able to get this set victory for Nicaragua, they will join Argentina in the playoffs. Here we go, jumping right into it. Barbarial came out, Baby Dragon to defend. Baby Dragon is going to be able to get some decent chip damage on that left hand side. Barbarial going to be coming through, get 2 shots on the right hand tower. Minor mini P.E.K.K.A push on the right hand side. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming down from Rigo. With that battle healer, I'm getting a hint of Elixir Golem going up against possibly Mega Knight. Mega Knight or Balloon. There's the Mega Knight. Oh my gosh, perfect timing from the Mega Knight. It doesn't allow the mini P.E.K.K.A to connect to the tower. Wall breaker's coming through on the left hand side. Does Rigo have the Barbarial back in cycle? He does, but the wall breaker is able to connect. Baby Dragon actually doesn't target the Mega Knight. It's going to turn to the minions instead. Musketeer should be able to take... Oh no, the Dark Prince just barely connects. Huge connection for Rigo on the Dark Prince. And it's going to be regular Golem coming out here, but look at the damage that Musketeer got. Mini P.E.K.K.A minor push coming on the left hand side. I think Rigo might let this tower go. He is going to, but that is going to be costly because the tower on the right hand side has just above 1,000 HP. We're gonna have to see what happens here. Golem coming across the bridge. Mega Knight going down on the back. It looks like Tommy is purposefully giving up this right-hand tower. Mega Knight's going to jump across and slam onto that Golem. Musketeer going to slowly chip away at the Golem. Death damage is going to be able to take this tower down. Tornado pulling everything together. Miner actually grabbing that Electro Dragon's attention. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming through, but look at the push coming in from Rigo. Mini P.E.K.K.A taking a brute amount of damage from the Baby Dragon battle healer, and E-Drag, the Baby Dragon's locked onto the King Tower, and that is going to be a 3-crown victory. GG, well played. Rigo coming out on top in that first game, taking down Tommy. Puts Tommy down 1-0 in the second set. So Tommy now has to win 2 games in a row to send Nicaragua to the playoffs. Otherwise, we'll be going to a third and final King of the Hill set. Oh, man. I hope you guys are ready for this because this is some intense action. So Golem going up against that Mega Knight Wall Breaker's deck. I think the Mini P.E.K.K.A might have been too aggressive. I think Tommy needed that Mini P.E.K.K.A to defend against a Golem, and he wasn't able to do it. Typically, I'm not saying this is the perfect way, but when I see a Golem coming in, and I already have it, especially on the side that the tower is already weak, I'm just sending a miner to that same tower to get a little bit more chip damage, and then defending and solely focusing on that push, because you know in that situation, if you're the Golem player, you have to give up whatever tower is being taken, but it just leads to an absolute onslaught of units. You spent 8 elixir to go in the opposite lane, and especially with one of your heaviest damage dealing units, I think it really came back to it. I mean, it did. It came back to bite Tommy there. So We'll see what's going to happen, but so far a very solid start for Tommy. That bandit was able to get on the left-hand tower and dish out a ton of damage, and then Iwa's baby dragon able to stop the balloon on the right. Miner's going to come in with that musketeer P.E.K.K.A. coming out, and this is going to be a devastating push. Rigo. Ooh, that was close. If those skeletons didn't come down, I think the P.E.K.K.A. would have just gone straight for the tower. P.E.K.K.A. does get taken down there. So we'll see if Tommy goes in with a miner and just try to get a little bit more chip damage. Not with that musketeer though. Poison going to be coming out. I don't think that poison was played early enough, so the musketeer is going to be able to escape, and she won't get one shot onto the tower. That's low enough. So balloon, ice golem push, miner going in the back. Tommy needs to play the Iwas if he wants to stop this balloon from connecting. Is it still going to be able to connect though? The snowball coming in for safe measures, but the balloon gets the connection. 284 death damage coming in on that right hand side. He was getting some chip shots on the right hand side. Miner gonna go and gets caught by the skeletons. Snowball knocking that miner back. Gonna still get one shot. New 56 damage per swing. P.E.K.K.A. going down in the back. Here comes a balloon on the right hand side. I think Tommy knew he lost that tower. Didn't have anything to defend against that, so Tommy's just going to go an all-in push on this left-hand side, try to make something happen. I expect to see a poison onto that bomb tower musketeer. Miner's going to be going through on the top inside corner. Actually sent it to the backhand side. Very interesting. Typically, you try to catch your opponent off guard as they try to catch the miner. Bandit's going to be able to dash onto the musketeer on that left-hand side. P.E.K.K.A.'s going to go straight for the musketeer. He was not able to finish that in time, but the ice golem's going to kite that P.E.K.K.A. backwards. P.E.K.K.A. onto the king tower. Two healthy P.E.K.K.A.s in the middle. 3 shots, 4 shots. Tommy with the 5th shot clutches it, and we're going to game number 3. GG. That is exactly what needed to happen. Same sort of situation as we saw in the first game. Rigo goes in with the golem. Tommy pressures hard opposite lane. This game, Tommy goes in with the P.E.K.K.A. Rigo pressures hard opposite lane, and then Tommy is just able to overwhelm Rigo and take that final tower. So we're seeing situations where going aggressive when your opponent plays something in the back on a tower you already know that's going to go down has not worked out well. So we'll see if some gameplay adjustments are going to be made for this third and final game. If Tommy's able to pull it out, then Nicaragua will go to the playoffs. If Rigo pulls this out, then we're going to a set 3 for King of the Hill, and that will determine who will be the final team to make playoffs for No Tilt Worlds. We're going to be hopping into game 3 here momentarily. We've seen some phenomenal games throughout the day. This could be the potential final game of the night. Who are you guys rooting for in chat? Let me know. Do you want to see El Salvador pull this out, or will Tommy and Nicaragua move on to the playoffs? Oh man. Here we go, jumping into it. Game 3. Miner bats push to kick things off. Ice Golem mini P.E.K.K.A. Could be balloon. Could be hog. Could be royal hogs. Wallbreaker's coming down on the left hand side. It's going to be Firecracker, so I'm thinking Hog Rider. Wallbreaker is able to connect on that left hand side. I believe it's... Is it Hunter? No, it's Bats. Bats going through there. Hog Rider going to be able to get one shot on the right hand side. So no big spells in Tommy's deck, just a very quick Wallbreaker cycle deck. Log going to be coming through there. Bats are going to fall. 2 of the bats are going to fall to that Ice Golem. that. Slowly getting chipped away. Here come the wall breakers on the left-hand side. The only thing Rigo has to counter the wall breakers is going to be bats, skeletons, and the log. And Tommy's spell is a log, so the only thing he can really stop is the skeletons. Earthquake going to be coming through. Hog only gets one shot on that right-hand side. Very close in tower damage. Just 9 HP separates these two towers. Miner gets caught by the mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Golem. Death damage onto the tower. Nothing wrong with getting that little bit of extra chip damage. Here comes the bomb tower. Log going to be rolling through. No earthquake coming out this time from Rigo. Here comes the miner, top inside corner. Dark Goblin slowly chipping away, going to connect to the Ice Golem. Log knocking back those wall breakers. Rigo just continuously saves the log for the wall breakers. Big amount of pressure on the left-hand side. Wall breakers get logged back. One. Ooh, not able to get the connection. Here comes the Hog Rider on the right-hand side. Bomb tower is in. Rigo does have the earthquake ready to go. Dark Goblin's going to be coming down. Mini P.E.K.K.A. very healthy, rolling through that right-hand lane. Firecracker is able to get a chip shot on to that tower. Dark Goblin just barely out of... Oh, never mind. I thought the Dark Goblin was just barely out of range of the tower. Miner goes in, log knocking that back, keeping the Firecracker alive, surprisingly. Hog Rider coming through on the right-hand side. Bomb tower comes down. Log coming in from both players. Firecracker takes down the Dark Goblin. This Firecracker is absolutely clutch for Rigo. Just above 200 HP separates these two towers. This is going to be so intense. Bats are going to come down on the right-hand side, left-hand side. Here comes a Hog Rider. Bomb tower placed high. Earthquake can stretch that, but no earthquake coming down from Rigo. Ice Golem death damage onto the tower. That is huge amount of chip damage. Any chip damage is helpful at this point. Log's going to be able to knock that Dark Goblin back. Here comes another log on the left-hand side. Miner's going to be going through. Wall breakers come in up front. Miner's going to go right on to the Firecracker. Wallbreaker's not able to connect. Here comes the bomb tower to defend. Earthquake is going to be able to pull that and kill the goblins. This is a huge amount of damage on the right-hand side from that earthquake. Miner's going to go through right on to the mini P.E.K.K.A. trying to push that Dark Goblin forward a little bit more. Earthquake coming in again for the bomb tower. Can Tommy pull this off? Dark Goblin's going to be able to roll through. Miner goes in right to the mini P.E.K.K.A. Double log coming in for 92 on the left-hand side. It is going to be a do or die situation here in the final seconds. Log's going to come through. Wall breakers not able to do anything. Earthquake gets another shot, and we are going to King of the Hill. Rigo coming in clutch. Man, it was devastating that Tommy had nothing else to defend the Hog Rider. Every time the Hog Rider came in, the earthquake was readily available for Rigo to use, and it went straight to the bomb tower and allowed just consistent chip damage, being able to dish out 183 every time that earthquake was ready to go. And Rigo just had all the answers to miners, mini P.E.K.K.A, skeletons, log, able to continuously take down those wall breakers. Firecracker getting some valuable chip damage with the Ice Golem trying to be in front of the wall breakers. That piercing damage just getting through and taking down the wall breakers was absolutely clutch for Rigo. So here we go. This is what the playoffs are going to look like. We have the 16 teams, then it's going to go to the top 8. These are the groups. You can see all the groups laid out on screen. This is what the draw is going to look like. F, A, C, and H. These are the remaining groups B, D, G, and E. So we have A, G, C, and E, F, H, B, and D. We'll be splitting the first place teams from Group A. So splitting A and B, opposite sides of the bracket. So there you have it. There are the group draws. So we're going to be jumping back into King of the Hill momentarily here, I believe. Yeah, both players displayed a lot of high cycle skill in that last matchup. That was absolutely insane how well both Tommy and Rigo played. So here are the King of the Hill lineups. We have Tommy, Castillo, and Sergio from Nicaragua, and Kyle, Rigo, and BMX from El Salvador. Tommy coming off of a set 2 loss in the 1v1, looking to bounce back and lead his team to victory in King of the Hill. See how this is all going to play out. Jumping into the first match, King of the Hill, Wallbreaker's getting split immediately. Tommy going in with the Magic Archer. Bandit coming in. Tommy could potentially have Elixir going here. Oh, this Mega Knight's going to get some really good value. Minions are able to get onto the tower. This is huge for Kyle. Wallbreakers are going to be able to connect. Ram Rider coming down in the opposite lane. Mini P.E.K.K.A in. Ram Rider is going to get the charge, but it's going to get taken down. In Kyle from El Salvador looking very, very strong in the first few minutes of this game. Somebody asked when the playoffs start. I believe this weekend. Make sure you follow No Tilt on Twitter at NoTiltGG. Bandit in the back. So this right-hand tower is going to go down. Kyle going straight for the 3 crown. Is Tommy going to be able to pull this out? He was on the right-hand side. Bandit goes down onto the Magic Archer. Bandit coming down to help defend. Here comes a Ram Rider push on the left-hand side with the Mega Knight down. This could be crucial. Ram Rider's going to be able to connect. It's going to get a decent amount of damage on this left-hand side. Fireball's going to be coming through. is going to be able to take down that Ewiz Ram Rider. Going to be able to get one more shot. Zap forced to come down. If Tommy can cycle back to another fireball, he's going to be able to take the tower onto the left-hand side. Bandit's going to come down on the left-hand side, defending against Cannon Cart. Minions will come in as well. Wall Breaker's coming in to kite that Bandit back. Can Tommy get the fireball in time? Just a few more elixir. Barb Barrel coming in. Is it going to be enough? No! Kyle barely holds on and takes it. Jeez. Wow. Kyle coming in clutch, holding on to the victory. Tommy was just not able to break through in time. Oh my goodness. What a game to start King of the Hill. Man, oh man. So it's going to be 1-0 for El Salvador. Again, remember, the winner of this game moves on to the playoffs. So it's do or die situation for both of these teams. And right now, El Salvador is coming to play. Rigo taking down Tommy in the 1v1 set to send it to King of the Hill. And now Kyle coming up big in game one, taking down Tommy. So only two more players left standing for Nicaragua, and it's going to be Castillo coming up first. Alright, so Baby Dragon is slowly chipping away at the Night Witch. One bat's able to get a little bit of chip damage. Barb Hut coming down. He was getting some chip damage on the right hand side. The first time we're seeing Barb Hut tonight. Poison getting some pretty decent value for Castillo. Swarm of Barbarians on the left gets taken down by the Baby Dragon. Not too much action happening in the first 2 minutes of this game, but as we head into double elixir, we'll expect to see Graveyard from Castillo and Elixir Golem or Golem from Kyle, potentially. Fern Dragon coming down. I'm thinking where he's putting so much in the back that it's going to be Elixir Golem. That he'll just be able to toss it at the bridge. And oh, it's Graveyard with the Inferno Dragon. Interesting. So Graveyard versus Graveyard here. Knight is going to do a pretty decent job defending that. Ewiz comes down to defend against that Baby Drag E-Drag combo. See Baby Dragon get a little bit of chip damage there. Let's see, not too much being dealt here. both teams, or both players, really not able to get a decent amount of damage off. Knight's going to come down from Castillo to defend against this graveyard. Baby Dragon and E-Drag right at the bridge. Baby Dragon will get a burp onto the tower. Baby Dragon coming through. Poison going to be going down here. We still have yet to see the graveyard from Castillo. Barbarrel's going to be rolling in here from both players. The battle at the bridge leads Castillo out on top. 6 seconds remaining. We are in triple elixir. Barb Hut is going to be coming down. Castillo could potentially go with the E-Wiz Baby Dragon to take down this Inferno Dragon, but he's going to let the Inferno Dragon bats kind of just melt away at the Barbarians and let the fight happen on his side of the river, which is actually very smart. Knight's going to come up high to kite that Baby Dragon and Battle Healer. Barbarrel comes in to finish off that E-Wiz. And so far, Castillo does have the damage lead, but the graveyard is going to be coming in here. Poison comes down defensively from Castillo. Poison is going to come in offensively from Kyle. Is this going to be enough to put Kyle over the edge? 18 HP separates these two players with just 10 seconds remaining. Castillo's going to have to go in with the graveyard. He needs to get some damage off. Is he going to be able to get a shot? Graveyard's going to be coming down on the right-hand side. It's going to be a graveyard versus graveyard matchup. Poison's going to be coming down from both players. King Tower is activated, and it's going to be Castillo coming out on top by 250 HP. GG, well played. Things are tied up at 1 game apiece, and it's going to be Castillo going up against Rigo in this next matchup. Things are tied up now 1 apiece. Oh my goodness, we have seen some crazy close games. Tommy just barely losing by 151 HP. Now Castillo just barely winning by 250 HP. These are absolutely insane matches. And remember, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, this match determines who goes to the playoffs. The winner of this game goes to the playoffs. That's it. There's no more, no less. This is absolutely crazy. Who do you guys think is going to be able to come out on top? Are you guys pulling for Nicaragua, or are you guys pulling for El Salvador? We'll be showing the brackets. They just did the bracket, apparently. So I don't know. Here we go. Miner coming in. Peru, Dominican Republic took down Peru. And the Royal Hogs on the right hand side. Royal Hogs are going to be able to get a decent amount of chip damage. Miner comes in on the inside part of the tower. He was going down in the back. So far, Castillo with a pretty decent damage lead. About 500. Oh, the Magic Archer barely surviving. They're just showing how the drawing process works. Oh. Oh, the Royal Hogs Earthquake able to take that tower down to 435. Huge amount of damage being dealt on that right hand side. Mini P.E.K.K.A for the Bandit. Miner is going to be able to get some decent splash damage. Magic Archer going down in the back. Dragon Knight coming in. This poison is going to be able to take care of the Magic Archer. Rigo is most likely going with a Miner in the back here. Earthquake coming in, going to be able to take down those goblins. Miner actually goes straight for the Ewiz. Bandit's going to be able to dash across the river and is going to dash onto the tower. Huge connection from the Bandit. Baby Dragon's going to be able to get the splash on. Poison comes in, and Rigo. Oh my goodness. Wow. The Ewiz barely had health. The Bandit from Rigo dashes across the river. And then the next card Castillo played was the Magic Archer on the inside of the tower. And the Bandit was able to dash through, get the connection, and dish out damage. Tremendous amount of damage. So well played right there from Rigo. Oh my goodness. Wow, so Rigo is on absolute fire right now. He is currently 4-1. Won the 1v1 set 2-1, and now he just won 2 games in a row. Or no, he didn't win 2 games in a row. He's currently 3-1. Currently 3-1. Here we go, jumping into it. Game number 4 of the King of the Hill. Snowball just cycling through in the back. It's all up to Sergio for Nicaragua. Graveyard coming through with the Night Witch on the right-hand side. E-Drag coming down to defend. E-Drag is not the best counter against Graveyard with that poison already out. Tornado pulling everything together, able to take down that Night Witch, though. So that was a pretty solid defense. Sergio getting the King Tower activation with the Ice Golem. Golem coming through. Baby Dragon going through the middle. Tornado pulling all this together. Blobs are now onto the tower. Night Witch gets taken down. Battle Healer gonna get taken down as well. E-Drag's still at full health though. Golem going down in the back. Ice Golem Graveyard push on the left hand side. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to come down to defend, but it's going to end up going to the Graveyard. Barbell is going to be rolling through. Musk is going to slowly pop shot away at this E-Golem. Poison coming down. A second Elixir Golem coming in. Tornado pulling everything together there. Bomb Tower gets taken down in the E-Golem. Still fighting strong. Baby Dragon does get taken down. Poison's going to be rolling through here. Mini P.E.K.K.A gets snowballed away, and the Night Witch is able to finish it off. Sergio just barely holds on. Is Rigo going to be able to hold this out? Graveyard's going to be coming down on the left-hand side. E-Drag's going to focus onto the Ice Golem. Baby Dragon's going to come down to defend Ice Golem. gets taken down. Bats get a little bit of chip damage on the right-hand side there. How is Rigo going to play this? He's going to go with the battle healer in the back. Sergio is going to have to go aggressive opposite lane and hope for the best. Graveyard's going to be coming down. Poison to defend. And Rigo building up the push on the right-hand side to potentially end the game. Beautiful kite with the Ice Golem onto the Electro Dragon. Here we go, Graveyard coming in yet again. Battle Healer in the back, Barbaro rolling through. Baby Dragon to defend as well. Graveyard is going to be able to get a couple chip shots onto the tower. Here comes a E-Golem Mini P.E.K.K.A push. Mini P.E.K.K.A's not going to get kited. The skeletons came down just in time to kite that Mini P.E.K.K.A off to the side. Ice Golem kiting away at that battle healer. E-Drag's going to be coming up front. Musketeer at the bridge. 2 Musketeers coming in now. The Graveyard push coming in as Triple Elixir commences. Battle healer in the back. Night Witch going to be able to connect to the tower. Tornado barely pulls it away in time. A second Graveyard's going to be coming through. Double Musketeers at the river. Poison comes in, and Sergio clutches it up, and we are going to a game 5. Man, I would not have this any other way. Heading to game 5 in the 5th in the 3rd and final set to send one of these 2 teams to the playoffs. It is all on the line here. BMX versus Sergio to push their team through and make the playoffs. The winner of this game is going to join Argentina from Group F in the playoffs. Who do you guys think is going to be coming out on top? Is it going to be Nicaragua? Is it going to be El Salvador? I hit the wrong button there. I'm sorry. Oh, man. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Waiting for this 5th and final game. Man. El Salvador. I'm seeing some El Salvadors in the chat. Okay. Here we go. Jumping into it. BMX versus Sergio. Game 5, do or die for both teams here. Looks like Sergio's rocking the same deck. Guys more nervous than the players? Or how are you not nervous in this situation? Like, this is intense Clash Royale we're seeing here. Looks like BMX is actually running Elixir Golem. Yeah. So BMX running the same exact deck that Rico did, so we're seeing a mirror matchup from last game. Bomb Tower played a little bit early. BMX might be able to go with the poison and take this Bomb Tower down early, but I think he's just going to try to build up a huge push, knowing Sergio does not have Tornado in cycle to kind of pull everything together. Beautiful defense. Oh, that one skeleton kited the Baby Dragon back for a little bit, only allowing 2 shots to get onto the tower. Snowball gonna knock that in front of E-Drag forward. 60 seconds remaining. Again, Sergio has yet to play Graveyard. Ice Golem, Night Witch coming down on the left-hand side. Mini P.E.K.K.A was there. Poison going to be coming down defensively onto the graveyard. Baby Dragon focused onto that Musketeer, but the Bomb Tower going to do a fantastic job cleaning up the Elixir Golem, and this could be a huge counter push from Sergio. There it is, Ice Golem, Night Witch, Graveyard rolling through. Is Sergio going to pull the trigger on the Poison as well? He's going to knock the Snowball forward to hit that Baby Dragon, or the E-Dragon. E-Dragon barely has any HP. Battle Healer coming down. BMX does have Poison in cycle, ready to go. E-Drag, Baby Dragon cleaning up the defense. A defensive Poison coming down from Sergio here. Mini P.E.K.K.A going to be able to lock onto the tower. Sergio needs to get Skeletons down. He gets it on the outside of the Poison. Here we go, Musketeer down in the back. Ice Golem, Night Witch, Graveyard's going to be coming down. BMX has the Poison ready to go, but the Night Witch going to be able to get a chip shot onto the tower. Bat's going to get a few chip shots in there as well. Bomb Tower down for the Elixir Golem. 14-11 on that top left-hand side. Every time Sergio is able to take down the Elixir Golem, he just gets more Elixir and is able to build up a huge push and just continuously switches lanes. Beautiful play from Sergio. Baby Dragon down. E-Drag going to be able to lock on to this Night Witch. Musketeer focuses onto the Elixir Dragon. I combined Elixir and Elixir there. Here we go. Bomb Tower coming in. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to avoid the Bomb Tower. It's going straight for the Crown Tower. Ends up getting taken down. Elixir Golem still very healthy right there. Tornado pulling everything together for this double Baby Dragon. Another Elixir Golem is going to be coming in. Poison defensively here for Sergio. He has to hold on. Mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get kited away. It's going to lock onto the tower. Snowball comes in. Poison does activate the King Tower, but the onslaught of troops comes in from BMX. Barely has a damage lead. Snowball knocking this back. It is going to come down to the wire. Elixir Golem, E-Drag at the bridge. Here comes the Graveyard on the right-hand side. Battle Healer is going to come down to defend that Bomb Tower placed in the back left corner of the middle to pull the Elixir Golem. Poison's going to be rolling in. Barb and Battle Healer dishing out the damage. A Poison came down defensively. Graveyard's going to be coming in. Is it going to be enough? Barbarrow coming in. Skeletons. Snowball comes in. 5 HP. Sergio clutches it for Nicaragua. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That was insane. 5 HP. The Snowball comes in clutch. Wow. GG's. Here are the final standings. An absolute heartbreaker for El Salvador. Sergio coming out on top, clutching it for Nicaragua in the 5th and final game of King of the Hill. Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy crap. That was absolutely insane. So these are the matchups that we have seen so far. It was starting the night off. We had Peru going up against the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic took a 2-0 victory over Peru. Bolivia went up against Argentina. It was a 2-1 victory for Argentina. And then we just saw Nicaragua come out on top in the 5th and final game of King of the Hill. Absolutely insane. 5 HP. That was absolutely unbelievable. Oh. So Nicaragua will be joining Argentina from Group F into the playoffs. So let's go over all of the teams from each group. It's going to be Canada and Mexico from Group A, China and South Korea from Group B, Colombia and United States from Group C, Turkey and Italy from Group D, Germany and Portugal from Group E, Argentina and Nicaragua from Group F, France and Romania from Group G, and then Brazil and Chile from Group H. Those are the teams that will be in the playoffs for No Tilt. Let me figure out what is happening.